Quick shout out to my Patreons who keep this channel going. You can join my Patreon down in the description below. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're interacting to the 19th episode of Moriarty the Patriot. This one's titled The White Knight of London, Act 1. Okay, so, White Knight of London, I don't necessarily know any reference that they might be specifically going for here. I know to White Knight is to intervene and defend someone I think from a relationship or in a personal manner. It's often not exactly a positive thing. If you're white knighting for someone, it's like you're defending them absolutely no matter what, in the hopes of getting something from them as well. Like get a girl's attention, things like that. I think it's also like it works in business as well. If you're defending the company from another company, like you're white knighting. So I think that's where we're going with this. I think that's probably the kind of connotation we're going for. But where it goes, no idea. I assume we're now going to start dealing with Milverton, since we, at the end of the last episode, linked him into it, which is why last episode, which was a flashback to when they were kids and something they were doing when they were younger, why it was played right then, because it was the setup to Milverton connecting the dots of Moriarty. So yeah, Merchant of London last time was based on The Merchant of Venice, a Shakespeare play. I'm fairly certain the Shakespeare play had a very different outcome to what we got here. But the idea was we signed a contract over a loan, and we can remove a pound of flesh from his body if he defaults on the payment. And he claims bankruptcy when he goes for it, so William's like, alright, well, as written by the contract and signed by an actual lawyer or someone, I want my pound of flesh, please. And so got out the knife, as William does. But the lawyer on the other side said, hang on, you cannot, because if you spill blood, then you can't spill blood. So how are you meant to do that, basically? So William, very cleverly and anticipating this probably, calls in a witness, being the waiter from the restaurant that this guy frequents when he orders his steak and such. And therefore, okay, he's just going to prove that I live a lavish lifestyle, therefore I have money. That's the kind of thing he's going for, even though he's admitted bankruptcy. But no, that's not what he was saying. He's saying that the blood in the steak, which is not blood, but at the time, very much still... I mean, even today, people think it's blood when it's not. It's like the proteins in as part of the muscle. It says, well, if the blood is counted as part of the flesh and the steak as a whole, then surely the blood is counted in the flesh of a person. And so he's like, cutty. However, he admits, I have money, and manages to worm his way out of that, but loses pretty much every financial asset he has in the act. So it was a fun little story, very Moriarty with the context of the show, but it is relevant because the court record of that, which is a very notable court record, was intentionally left and ready to be found. Like they didn't try and bury it and try and hide any involvement in it. They intentionally left it open to see if anyone would go digging into his past and therefore maybe be an enemy to him in the future. And Milverton has done that, and so we know Milverton has to be dealt with, and we're going to try and get rid of him before he becomes a problem. So possibly this act is going to be that, although I almost see Milverton as maybe a longer-term enemy at this point, especially since Sherlock isn't really our enemy anymore at this point. Sherlock is in two minds about what to do with Moriarty, because he knows Moriarty's doing bad, but it's very much the Robin Hood style of... Yes, he's stealing from the poor, he's stealing from the rich, but he's giving to the poor, so he's actually doing it for good, even if his methods are criminal. And that's always been the thing with Moriarty in this series. So, yeah, Sherlock's taking a bit of a back seat as Milverton becomes an important character. We'll probably deal with Milverton and then come back to Sherlock, or get Sherlock involved in Milverton as well. One or the other, I guess we'll see what ends up happening. So, I'm excited. I don't know where we're going with this one necessarily, but I love this show so much. It's one of my favorite shows that we've reacted to here on the channel, and I'm very excited to see where the conclusion of this story goes, because I'm amazed we managed to get a multi-parter like this, and it was very much planned to be a multi-parter right from the off, which was nice. Whether we get more content beyond this in the future, I don't know. It depends how open-ended they leave this ending, and also how the Japanese audience especially has been taking to it, because I know that has a big influence on like whether it's boosted manga sales, light level sales, or anything like that, whether it's helping merch sales, whether it's been profitable enough to warrant doing more of it in the future. I hope so, but I guess we'll see. Next month is going to be a big month of announcements and such for sequels as shows wrap up next month, so I'm excited to see where some of them go. So, as per usual, these are tire-based format reactions here on YouTube. If you want to see the full picture-in-picture, go to my Patreon down in the description below. £4 a month gets you access to all picture-in-picture reactions I do on the channel, which is everything from the current seasonal lineup, as well as Patreon request shows such as World Trigger, Symphogear G, and Log Horizon Season 2. We also have movie reactions, with Kiki's Delivery Service just recently going up. Beginning of the month, next month, we'll be doing another poll for what movies you want to watch. There's 6 movies to choose from, and you can vote on them for the first week of the month. So I'll announce on Discord that poll as well to help you out, and hopefully I can do something on YouTube as well to maybe help that out as well. But here on YouTube we do time-based, so bottom left of the screen see a time of the episode. I count down 3, 2, 1, play. On play site episode, eyesight episode, and we should be in sync. We'll watch this one on Funimation since they're the ones who licensed it. We have the Bandai visual logo to start with, and then the Funimation logo, so about 11 seconds of logos give or take. I'll call them out as they go past, but you also use screen flash on my face, the mic, all is part of my headset to tell when these are transitioning. So, with all that said, let's get into this week's episode, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, play. Bandai visual. Funimation. Cheers. Here we go. Mr. Sims. I think that's like a sweet shop. Like in real world. I think there's a Mr. Sims sweet shop. Uh-huh. Oh? Young MP. Hello, new character. That's probably going to be important. OP time? OP time. Okay, well, I guess this story's going to be focusing on this MP, or Member of Parliament, for those of you who do not know the British system. You think of MPs as like... You think of MPs as kind of like our Senate, almost. For those of you American influence. It's... Our parliamentary democracy is a little more complicated to try and explain, but... Especially when it's a parliamentary democracy with a monarchy. Yeah, it's a bit complicated to explain. And even I don't really fully understand it. We never really focus on it in school, which I think is a bit of a misstep. Yeah, MPs they're the ones that directly vote on laws and stuff. And so if you ever watch like Prime Minister's Questions or something like that on YouTube, those are the MPs in the place. Here we are. We're in Parliament now. This is Parliament. Whiteley, okay. I'm guessing White Knight, Whiteley. Here we go. Election reform bill, okay. House of Lords is where the MPs and such are. Extending the right to vote to the working class. Okay, that is monumental. That's quite a big move. Hmm. Oh shit, assassination attempt. Jesus. So someone's after his life because of his election reform bill. Who was it? Who was it? Oh, okay. But I mean, no evidence. Hmm. 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 It's a nice visual representation. Hmm. Hmm. Now, who hired this man? Because it's not just a person doing it, someone hired him. The achievement of equality. He very much is endearing himself to the people. And that's dangerous. That makes him a problem. I would not be surprised if other MPs are trying to get him killed. Hmm. And the media's against him as well. You can tell just by the way they phrased it. Mm-hmm. It makes us allies in a sense. If he genuinely is trying to bring about our equality. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Very likely, yes. Okay. Hmm. Quite possibly. They would be allies by circumstance here. If he has true intentions or not. Oh shit. I love how the subtitle was blimey. I mean that's a good one, but suicide to prevent spelling answers. Hmm. But they are considering the other one. Good. Hmm. 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 I'm guessing we had some influence in that. We have determined that already. Hmm. Milton. Yep, he would have been a martyr. That's absolutely right. Yep. Don't think you should be saying it so out loud, but whatever. Paramedia. Dig up any dirt, fabricate any dirt we need. We'll see how that goes. Media's influence is tremendous, though. Okay. Hello, Albert. Looking damn good with that dressing gown. Despite the accompanying pain, what pain would he necessarily in? They're hiding it from him. Robinson Sturridge, okay. Oh, who's this? I'm guessing this is our younger brother? Yep. Proper English breakfast there, isn't it? I feel like the brother here is going to be very important. Accompanying pain that comes with it. I hope we're not going to utilize the brother here to get to him. That'd be one hell of a test to use the brother against him. I hope that's not what they're going to do. Okay. Okay. North Coast Park, okay. Oh, is the park trashed? Or... Huh? What's happening? Hmm. Hmm. It's a nice place, actually. Hmm. Is that true? Or is that... Hmm. Trying to badmouth him here. Hmm. Making him the villain here. Oh, they're in attendance as well. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure it's so painful. I'm sure you would. Hmm. Hmm. Then hear every single side of the story. Don't give ear to only things you want to hear, he says, as he's the only one who's allowed to say anything to you. And people are still doubting. Reasonable expectations of people. Alright, here we go. This is probably our first little test. How is he going to respond? Mm-hmm. Oh shit, he's going to own it. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Where's the but? Really? It really doesn't. Hmm. What do we think of that? People enjoying the park, I'm guessing? Oh, shit. This is why he went to such lengths. Oh my god. This is why the plans were completely redone. Amazing. Okay. Very interesting character we've got here. Albert. A request. Okay. We're seeing what he does with his information. Of course, we were behind all this. Okay. Yep. Pushing a voting reform through is... Very nice shot. Oh. Oh, that was a good noise. Wait, it's not, but it was. Okay. Jesus. I hate being right sometimes. I thought Moriarty might use that as part of his test, but no, it's Milverton who's going to be using the brother, huh? I mean, that's always the way you have to go to get to someone, like, especially with some people who don't care for their own life and know that even if they die, it will spark something. Going to their family is the next logical step. We saw that in to an extent with Odd Taxi as well this season. Like, Olikawa didn't care that his life was being threatened by Dowu, but as soon as you threaten Shirakawa, the girl he had an interest in, then you start getting through to someone. You pressure the people they care about. Unfortunately, it works. Love the music in the show. That was a good episode. Very quick as well. But I like where the story's going. I forgot Albert actually was in the House of Lords as well. Alright, next time. Why not have London Act 2? Yep. No previews, though. Don't get anything more, we just get Act 2. Very nice, very nice. So yeah, the entire reason the park was delayed and everything was changed was to make it suitable for wheelchair users, which is... yeah, a true sense of his humanity. Is like, he didn't mind becoming the villain because it meant... because he got the goal that he had attained, so it didn't matter at that point. And obviously thinking of his brother as well when that came about. Yeah. Very, very good story. Very good story. And we're only halfway through, or maybe even a further way through. I don't know if White Knight of London is going to be a three-parter, a two-parter, or what, but at the very least, it'll be two-parter here. So that the guy that was just killed at the end there was the police officer who was corrupt and had murdered the guy in the cell, which makes sense because how the hell would that guy have access to a fountain pen like that to kill himself with? You know, seems a bit suspicious because they should have had the pen removed, right? You shouldn't be allowed to carry something like that into jail. I don't know how conscious, like late 1800s, I don't know how conscious they were of such a thing. Like, things would be a bit more lax, especially when dealing with things like that. But still, the fact that, yeah, I'm glad they were investigating it from a homicide angle as well. Why they want that body to be found, I'm not quite certain. But finding a dead police officer is not going to help matters, probably. It just goes to prove that anyone who has dealings with this ends up dead themselves. Which is marvelous. And we're going after the brother. Oh, boy. As soon as they introduced the brother character, I knew that was going to be important. Like, it was great. It was like a good thing to introduce because it showed that Whiteley was thinking of his brother as a motivation behind the changing to the park and such. But now it's also a target, which is, like I said, you go for the family rather than going for the actual person themselves. If you can't scare them with their own life, scare them with the lives of those they care about. But yeah, alright, so very good episode, and hopefully, I hope they're not going to go too extreme with the brother. We'll see. But at the same time, they kind of need to go extreme if they actually want to get anywhere with him, so I guess we'll see. Anyway, that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed that one as per usual. I love this episode. I'm loving this show just in general, and you guys know that by this point. It might not be the most viewed show here on the channel. It definitely isn't, unfortunately, but it's one of my favorites that we've reacted to in all this, so yeah, as per usual, don't forget to hit the like button and comment on what you thought of the episode, and don't forget to hit subscribe to see next week's episode, as well as the rest of the Spring 2021 line you can find here on the channel. Thank you for watching. Till next time. See you guys later.